Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, I want to talk about how to pick your cutoff point in warships, just in general. Obviously, I am parked for the season, I think, for the foreseeable future. But I wanted to talk about, when to park, why to park, because I got a lot of comments in the last one, like, yeah, why are you parking so early? And, you're not legendary and all that stuff. So if you enjoy the videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate those of you who are using that code chicken in the shop. So first off, I want to show you guys a really good 7 engine room base. If if you're going that route, I still want you guys to know that if you tune in, we're still going to be providing you with good info, even if I'm not currently playing. So yeah, let's just scroll the leaderboard here for just a second, and I'm going to show you guys this base, which is sweet. Let's just see here. There's a few accounts that I visit regularly to find good bases. One of them is definitely, you guys know him, Pirate Pete or General Electric on the leaderboards. Now, the thing is, when you're looking at bases, and say if you just pick somebody that's a lot higher than you, it's probably not, the global #1 guy is not going to have the best base for you necessarily, because #1, he could have been there 2 weeks ago and just parked early. And #2, he's probably facing a lot of different attack strategies. The attacks change pretty substantially as you go through, as you're at different levels, especially as you're chasing the global leaderboard. I did not think this guy was any lower than this, but look at this, man. All the legendary guys. I'm still on here. I think I'm number like 445, so I'm obviously going to get squeezed out as the as the days go by, but my goodness. Okay, we're still scrolling. Sorry, I didn't think it was going to take this long. Just bear with me here. I mean, all these bases are probably fine for 7 engines, but there was ones in specifically I wanted to point out to you guys, if I can find the damn thing. Shout out to Mr. Alfredo, number 368. Pretty cool. But yeah, so as I'm scrolling, I guess we can start talking about it now. So when do we want to park, right? So you have to be able to make that decision on when your tech has capped off. Are we seriously going to scroll through the whole thing and not find it? There's me. All right, well, we got GE there at least. There it is. There it is. All right. Mr. Nightwolf. So and he's hiding his base. So we'll at least show you what Pete is rocking, which is usually a pretty solid one here. So yeah, something like this is definitely still viable for the time being, and it's pretty similar to my base at the moment. I wouldn't necessarily recommend running this anymore, but I mean, if you're at rank 24, it's definitely still viable. So let's finally talk about when to park. So let's get into, we got some imitation game here. Actually, that's boring. Let's do player bases. So you have to be able to make that decision for yourself. And it's really tough, and it's very tricky, and it depends on, a lot of factors. So #1, deciding when to park, it's mostly going to be decided on tech. So you have to be able to realize when your next effective tech is going to be, or if you've already passed it, for example. So, looking at my tech tree, I was going to be able to get to 70 Rs and get troop health, but by the time I got there, I would be fighting nothing but maxed out 7s, by the time that I was able to unlock everything. So for me, that's why I parked early, because I feel like we kind of peaked with the 60R compact, and as the days go on, it's just going to be, either facing guys that have better tech, or giving people time to really understand how to attack and practice the attacks over and over and over again and break down the bases. So, yeah, so those are things that definitely go into it at the end of the season. You can factor other things in too, like, again, for example, if you're not going to get that effective tech right away and you're stuck at a current rank, a lot of people park at or around Diamond just simply because they know that they're not going to be able to have that tech that's going to get them to, rank 22, rank 23. So they hang it up there. So it really just all comes down to tech. That's the biggest thing. Now, there's a couple other factors. Obviously, lifestyle, the time that you have. Maybe you have a busy week coming up, and obviously you're not going to have, well, like this season requires hours and hours and hours and hours to grind it all out. So I mean, if you can plan stuff like that in advance, that's always going to be beneficial. To kind of plan your push points and just see, when your last kind of time where you're going to have a lot of time to really push or put a couple hours in, your most effective tech for that point. So, again, it comes all back to tech. So, but yeah, and then of course we got to take in, if you are hunting for that global leaderboard position, if you are going after that, it comes to the point where you have to watch basically how you can track that. And I'm no expert at this, not certainly like Shish Kebaber is. But the way you track this basically is you watch it, and every day you can see, if you go to the bottom of the leaderboard and then you check it one day and then you check the next day, you can get an idea of how many stars the leaderboard is increasing by per day, and you can kind of average that out, and then you can really break it down like per hour or per couple hours as the as the season begins to come to a close. That's kind of how you look at that if you are really looking at a high placement on the leaderboard or something like that. But it's tough, and it's tricky, and it shifts all the time. The last few times that I made the top 500, I was always watching it on the last day or so, or even the last like 12 hours, something like that. And it goes, sometimes it goes super quickly, and then it just comes to a halt. But it's just, something you got to stay on top of. You got to track it, and if you're really going for that, personal best, highest finish, which is the most fun thing in Warships, in my opinion, is just the competitiveness of just being able to try to track the leaderboard and get your best finish possible. Those are basically the things that you do to try to get ahead, or to just try to maximize your position. And sometimes, you got to go back in. Like for me right now, I'm at 3 out of 4 chests, so obviously I'm not going to be chest collecting anymore. So every time that we wait to go back in, after we go 4 to 4, we're going to be at a slight disadvantage, right? Because we don't have the same tech. For the situation I'm in right now, it doesn't really matter, because I still wouldn't have 70 Rs, so I'm still collecting at a disadvantage regardless of if I'm playing or not. But, ooh, look at that gold. That was sweet. So that's basically all kind of the tips and tricks on when to park, why to park, and, some things to watch if you're trying to maximize your placement. But if you guys have any other things to add, definitely let me know down below in the comments. Some other tips and kind of end of season strategies and things like that. What I was hoping for today was that there would be a new style of 60R base that would just kind of pop up out of nowhere, and like the 7s wouldn't be able to hit it, or nobody was able to break it down right away. But obviously that was not the case, or that would be today's video and we would be in Legendary. So I don't think it's going to be possible for right now. A lot of you guys did make Legendary at 6 engines, so shout out to you. Just was not in the cards for the chicken, which is fine. But yeah, I mean, every season can't be a magical top 500 finish. I realize that. So yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. So we're getting a little bit of action in here. I just shocked the HQ for some reason. Let's go like that, and this is going to be close. I don't know if we're going to finish this. We've got 2 bombers left, and they do not have much health left. Oh my god, we fizzled. Ooh, that is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Well, we gave him some free diamonds and intel, so let's take it down one more time. He must have, yeah, he's obviously got a ton of ice statues. I mean, how could you not? I think this is what I was using for the Mega Crab. If you guys watch the channel regularly, I don't do a whole ton of main base stuff. But I'd love to see a big update come and like a new troop or something added. That would be really cool. I don't know exactly how or what that would look like, but I'd love to see them what I've always said was I really like to see them incorporate the main base with warships somehow, because warships is so demanding, right? It takes so much time, and it just takes so much time in playing the game. I feel like most people aren't grinding on warships and then going back and grinding out on the main base as well. I feel like that's kind of ridiculous. So I'd love to see them, kind of bring that. This is gonna be close again. Oh, the shock flush! Oh my god, we failed it again. Yeah, okay, so it's been a minute. It's been a minute on the main base, as you can see. But yeah, I'd love to see him bring in something that, helps out your warship in terms of the main base, or just ties them both together so they don't feel like two separate games. But either way, that's what I'm thinking right now, guys. That's the chicken's tips and tricks for finishing the season, basically, and trying to maximize your position on the leaderboard. So again, you guys have more stuff to add, let me know down below in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys, and looking forward to season 37, a bright new start. And we'll catch you next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.